If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Chase your tail light. I'll be under your skin, letting you go for a while. Then I'm taking you in. It's like diamonds, glimmer and punch. Shiny predator with a golden gun. Space age girl machine. Space age girl machine. Space age girl machine. Thought you lost me, but I'm right behind. I'm dirty and I'm fancy, and I'll make you blind. It's like diamonds, glimmer and punch. Shiny predator with a golden gun. Space age girl machine. 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 Space age girl
I wait for someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while.
You got the naughty pictures on tonight, Road Dog. Better not let your wife find now.
I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. again, then I stop myself for a while.
We're just full of surprises around here. I think it's time to go. I was a little late, man. I got lost in the charts. Gotta fix my face.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Boss ass. Here we are with a little bit of green showing on the daily. Isn't that a nice feeling? I wish my bags would pump up a lot. Is it still too early? Too soon? Looks like we're starting to get just a little bit of green starting to show on the weekly. That was nice. These things are, some of them are still down though. There's still some good boggins out there if you're a boggin hunting. If you're out there nibbling. My question is, what the hell is going on in this market? Because this world be crazy and the market's still a little shaken and maybe a little stirred. Shout out to everybody hanging out with me tonight. Let's see. Who would have been first tonight? We got Mr. Miles hanging out there. Being the early bird, getting the worm and all. We got Sam Webb. Crypto Brat with words of wisdom. And we got Sam Webb. How's it going, Sam? And Strega. How's it going, Strega? Where did Strega go? A little Strega at night. Strega Reserve, that is. So this market, let's go ahead and... Did you close that, man? What's wrong with you? Man? I can't believe you... Boomer with the buttons. Watch out, everybody. Watch out. What we need tonight, just to get everything going right, is just a little cowbell. If you don't have a little cowbell in your life, well, you're just not living. Get your cowbell today. Use the links below. There's no cowbell links. There should be, but there's not. So here we are on the 1 hour, taking a look at total 3 because this is our altcoins. Who cares about Bitcoin? She's hanging around 57,000. Did you really go up there? Did you finally hit it? Did you hit it? Well, we got to check on Bitcoin. Bitcoin doing what Bitcoin do. Which chart are we looking on Bitcoin? Is it this one? It's not the one. Is it this one? That's the one I've been following. She made it past the, she's testing the 382 Fibonacci. So from this pull, she got past, is this pull accurate? She has not made it past, this is 618. She has not made it past the 3.8. She is retesting it. Testing it, and this is an area where I'm looking of one of two things to happen. Looks like since this is a 1 hour chart, it may even happen during this stream. This is a rising wedge formation, and they normally break to the downside. Not only is it a rising wedge formation, but you could also view it as a bear flag. And I'm being very conservative right here, just going from the first little hump to draw my pole. And if we put that here, that could take us all the way down to this area about 45,000. I don't like that. I'm not happy about that. That makes my testicles shrink and my chest get tighter. If you wanted to take the crazier measure move, this is kind of where she starts in at. Oh, this makes me sick to even think about it. That number comes down to about 41,000. But not like it. But not like it. I'm not. That's it's starting to. I'm getting my eyesight's fading. I'm getting dizzy. I'm falling over. I'm panic attacking right now here on live stream. So no bueno. No happy about that. But that's just one scenario. Another scenario is if she doesn't make it and she rolls over. I'm starting with the bad news first. There's some good news that's possible. We're looking at the good and the bad. I've made a little list here. That's what I've been doing, trying to figure this guy out. And I got to say, I've got a little bit more on the bullish side than I do on the bearish side, but we got to take a look at the bearish side, man. Before we get all gung-ho, because I've seen a lot of thumbnails out there being extremely, overly bullish, I thought. I think we should be cautious. This could be one of the best times to be buying crypto. It could also be one of the worst times to be buying crypto. Well, okay on spot, but if you're trying to do some kind of leverage play, it could go against you. Spot is always good. That is always the safest way to go. You can make life-changing money with just spot plays. Remember that. You don't have to use leverage, perpetuals, or margin. However, if you use it responsibly and wisely, it can be a benefit until shit hits the fan. And then you got to make sure your bases are covered. Oh, so much Road Dog. Thank you. Sorry. My bad. All right, so the other scenario that we could be looking at, if I can find my little marker tool, maybe if we roll over, we can't make it past here. We come back down. And in this scenario, which I like better, this one is a little bit more. This is actually bullish. Could be bullish. Could be bullish. Even if we drop down. And we would be looking at testing maybe 50,800 again. Maybe just 52,000. And maybe if she just wants to go a little bit lower, maybe 46.82 if we go make a lower low or something. That could happen. It could. Doesn't have to. But a lower low would not be. Oh, that would, I would not like that. So the bullish scenario. Well, let's take a look at why we might be in trouble, why we might not be. The big elephant in the room here on the daily chart is that we're beneath the 200 moving average. Now we spent a little time below here back in July when we had the first scare and the first call for reversal, which I saw the possibility of that in the charts. But from here on out, I'm like, well, I wish I had another solid sign like that. Well, I wouldn't even say that was a solid sign. But we got the 9 moving average, which we're below, and that definitely spells out a bearish trend. And it has crossed over the 200. Now, what is kind of a little nerve-wracking right now and what people are paying attention to is the 50 moving average is coming up by the 200, and maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it has a chance if price doesn't start just really starting to get a little boogie-woogie in its behind and start scooting its butt up, then the bearish cross could come, and that's considered a sell signal. That's considered normally bearish tones, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. Unless it happened before, while we're in the bullish stage, and we briefly experienced it, where we came down below. It's a little bit of a different situation. I don't know, some people are looking for some similarities. However, we are lower than all of these for a third drop, so there's that kind of difference. The scarier times when it has crossed these areas was back here on this chart, back here at this area, which to me, looking today, it looks very similar to what we might. To me, I think there's some similarities. And I don't know if maybe we've, leveled out and we might come back up and just kind of go sideways, fall over back and forth a little bit, and then start making our way back up. That might be what we're looking at, because honestly, the markets look kind of rough for the next 2 months or so. They look kind of sideways. It doesn't look like they're going to just make Bitcoin go to the moon just immediately or anything. So that's one idea that I'm looking at, and we could be looking. Are we looking at another double top cycle if we're doing that? So let's consider the time frames here. What we're looking at. This is March and April. We were peaking out, and July, August. We would be like here. 2021. We're in 2024. You would think this will be still another year away, but then we come up all the way back up here in November, and then that was it. Well, that was the tops, and nobody figured it out until there was some that were calling it, but still a lot of naysayers, and you can't tell because you're just making a higher low until you don't. And then it starts getting scary, but it dropped all the way down to $33,000 from 68. That's a 50 freaking % drop right there. That's talk about scary. Now it wasn't all straight down. She had a first it started at 23 and like we can walk it off. Gets down to 40%. But she bounced back, so people feel better, and then she started coming down and more. And it was here that BitBoy capitulated, I believe, somewhere through here. And then we came back up. And then you kind of, if you didn't know you were in a bear market then or didn't figure it out, a lot of people didn't even think it was there. We thought we were, would I leave? But some people were, calling for us it was still going back up. And then it happened, and the unwind happened from all this stuff with Three Arrows Capital and Luna and all that stuff, and the banks and the whatever, things just got bad, and there we were in the depths forever. And now things have changed. And now we're back up to these areas, and we're hanging out at 56. Have we already dropped again? Got to keep an eye on this price here. What are you doing, Bitcoin? So she's finding some rejection over here. So those are some of the scary things. Now, here's some of the cool things. And we'll find out soon enough, if she can get above this could be a straight parabolic move. And that could take us back up to 62,000. Maybe even higher. Maybe, which I would love to see, if we could come back up and fill these CME gaps that we've got. Because we made a new one. We turned the regular candles on and it looks a little more clear over here, but see, I thought this past weekend when we were getting this dump that we would probably just fill this gap and bounce and be on our way. I was perfectly okay with 58,000. Coming down to 49, an extra $10,000, well, that shook me up a little bit, and that shook us all up a little bit. There are some liquidations, there are some positions lost, and there is hopefully a recovery coming. And even this chart has some signs of it. I take this as a bullish sign that we could come back up and fill this gap. Now, what's notable about this gap that we have here is that it comes right up to this trend line that we broke. The one that we broke through over here and we came back into it and all this. Yeah, that was a kind of a big thing for me. That had me shaking up through this move. Because that's a big deal to break it. And once you break it, the next time you touch it, well, look what happened. You just fell through a lot easier. Not good. So we're changing. We lost this major trend. And I'm not sure that we're going to get it. Now, if we get back above that trend, same thing. It'll be a nice big old ass move up to 70,000 if we can break back above this trend line. That would be probably a strong move up to 70,000 at that point. So we've got two CME gaps that remain unfull, and I kind of have to look at that as being bullish since they usually fill. I mean, not all the times, but that's one of the big things. And now we got two in the same spot back to back. It just makes sense that we would try to bounce off this 200 moving average and try to get back up here and possibly do a retest of that trend line. That's about 62.8. Even if we were to do that and roll over as this bearish retest and maybe then we come down, I would be so pleased with that, but I'm sure a lot of people are expecting that. And what I fear is that market makers and funny money out there, big funny money, you know, they just like to do max pain. And I'm not trying to sound bearish, I'm just trying to sound realistic. We're not out of the woods yet. There's a lot of things going on in the market that are scary. So, and while there are some signs here, and even, like I said, more signs that I've found than the bearish ones. I just went over most of them. You know, we're beneath the Ichimoku cloud, which is not good. And this is not what it normally looks like when we're getting ready to reverse. I'm just going to say that on the daily. It's not what we look like. Up here, it looked like it. When we were up, when this is all that we were kind of, well, even then she was kind of thick. We want her thick in price to go into her, and we started touching it, and it looked good. It looked good, but what we had was this little guy. Remember this? You looked, maybe it was that way, or maybe you're looking at it this way. Yeah, now does it ring a bell? And I'm on others. I'm not even on Bitcoin. My. Well, good. That didn't apply. Because that scared bejesus out of me looking at that chart. I'm like, what? What the hell? That's others. That's our altcoins. Well, this is our altcoins, by the way. So wouldn't laugh too much. That doesn't look nice there. All right. So, hey, it wasn't Bitcoin after all. I just had a sigh of relief. I may have farted. All right, so another bullish sign that we got is this wick on both candles, on the regular candles, and this, especially on the regular candles, you can see it. That's a good sign. That was a lot of buy pressure up there to pull us from 49 to 54,000. And when we opened our next candle the next day, we stayed even. We stayed even and went up. So that's cool. I like that. I want to see more of that. So even though we got the 50 looking like it's, trying to cross over this 200, what I will say about this is that it's a shallow cross. That's a shallow cross. That means it can recover. If it was a deeper angle crossing, kind of like the way this 9 did, oh man, would your dog be freaking out right now? Probably. But I gotta say, what I'm seeing here on the daily, the 9 crossing the 100 after the 21 crossing the red one, crossing the white one, that's the 21 crossing the 100 at the same time as the 9 crosses the 200. We run into that sometimes. It's not usually the funnest fun to be had. But we got a great chance to try to come back up to 60, 61, maybe even 62,000. That would be awesome. Touch this 200 moving average, make a little connection, maybe make it up to the 100. With my 5 moving average strategy, the way that they usually play when we bounce from areas and whatnot. And I want to throw this in. I just added my other moving averages too. This wick that we had here came down to the 360 moving average. When I do zoom out with my moving averages, the main ones, the big ones, the big kahunas, they're all going up and to the right. So the momentum's here, but that doesn't mean that we can't come down and touch each one. And lordy, I need some help to keep us away from the devil, because she's right down here, man. And I don't like it. I'm tired of looking at Lucy. Overall, it's good. I mean, she crossed over the 800 way back over here, so that's good. So 800, 600, and the devil's number. That's why I call her Lucy, because when you track this moving averages, it plays a part on these charts on everything. I've been amazed. And it's helped me figure out a few pickles just by knowing when price is playing with the devil. Sounds crazy, I know. There she is. Well, there she is. That's old Lucy. Now, when we're above her, it's usually okay unless we have to, for some reason, come down and talk to her. She summons us down. I don't want her to summon us down to talk to her. I don't want that to happen. It doesn't usually happen. What usually happens, and what had happened last time. Remember we were talking about over here? Yeah, I'm going back to this. This is what happened over here. Same situation, getting ready for a double top event coming up. And we came down and we touched her, like we did. Except for ours was a straight move. We touched her on the first one. She came back and touched it twice, and then we started doing our little recovery. That I like. But if you notice what we did, we were staying close to the non-moving average. Oh, cool. We want to do that. We don't get too far away. Got a little far here with the second touch. That was scary, but the 360 was there to give us a nice little warm hug and send us back in the right direction. So that was cool. What we had here, ladies and gentlemen, was this little falling wedgie, which, by the way, is one of my most favorite patterns to trade. I haven't seen enough of them lately, though. I really haven't. I haven't seen enough of them. We used to get them a lot last time. Now, there is some bullish divergence that formed throughout here. If y'all look at the RSIs, there was some bullish divergence, the little diversion in the angles there. We're getting a little bit of that on some of the bigger time frames. I like that idea. We didn't have the big wick to come down here like this was kind of a nice big wick. This was a substantial drop. We already went over that. It dropped a lot. From the very top to the very bottoms of the bottoms, it was a 56% drop. That was scary as all get out. That was not fun, man. That was not fun. From our drop here, 51 starts coming in about 35,000. Now, the good thing that we got on our side is about the average ETF buy, from what I'm hearing, is right around 60,000. I was pegging it somewhere around 57,000 through that area. Because all that stuff started happening back in, what was that? That was January. Then we had the dip. I don't know if they started trading, but we dipped down to 30. Why's that number keep coming up, dog? We dipped down to 38 before, I believe, the actual trading, the buying started with BlackRock and all that. This was good old Grayscale doing us a good old favor again. Remember Grayscale? Yeah, the ones that's been dumping on our asses too on this dump. They started dumping before this dump happened. Jay Bravo was going over that. It's interesting, but yeah, they were selling off before this. Now, did they kick this off? I don't know. But they have a lot of Bitcoin that they can get rid of, and I don't know. There's something fishy about that Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, because I just have been missing it all. Linda says, I want a cowbell link. I should get one and throw one up there just for giggles. Crypto Brass says, I think it's the same. We're at a crucial point. We can reject what we can. I hope we go up further. I hope we can get bullish. I am hoping for the narrative that if they're trying, there's a narrative that they may be trying to crash the market. There's some strong narratives about that from several places. And that's been out for a while. It's just it's mind blowing just to say, oh crap, and look around and say, oh, it's here now. Damn. Stop cussing. Sorry. I've been a little stressed lately. That happens when you watch your net worth just like, but where did the last 2 years go? Where did the last 2 years go? Mr. Miles says leverage junkies. That's probably fitting. Grimmer says labs. We'll take a look at labs. I'll write it down here. And we're arguing over who's first. And hey, there's Joe from Trade Intuition. Oh, he said, "Oh, what? You're late, Mr. Miles." Oh, Joe's first. It's right there on the screen. Crypto Brat said Japan paused the rate hikes. I did see an article. Did I pull it up over here? I did see an article that said no, it was on our news. That's what we needed. Yeah, let's go to our news. Yay! I keep forgetting about the news. I want to get that knocked out of the way early and then get into the charts, but I keep forgetting. All right, let's check out the news from Layer GG. This will go kind of quick if you're not a news junkie, but there's usually some good information in here, and that's why I do it. All right, so what happened in crypto in the last 12 hours? BOJ, that's the Bank of Japan's, Uchida stated they won't raise rates if the market is unstable. So that ties in with what Crypto Brat said. So I like that. I think that should help. I'm not an expert in that side of all that crap, but I was going through a bunch of stuff today. I'll get into that in a minute. Solana ETH is an all-time high. Well, that's cool. I haven't checked that one. The next thing to watch for is whether Solana Bitcoin will also achieve all-time high. Ooh. International Cat Day 2024, taking place annually on August 8th. The market often interprets these events as a catalyst for meme coins, for example, World Frog Day. The U.S. Treasury will begin buying back up to $46 billion worth of outstanding government securities by the end of October. Quarter 3 and quarter 4 are going to be good. The question is, for your leverage junkies out there, that's me included, apparently, that are feeling this drop, are we going to be able to last? Because if they get dirty and want to do a big ass shakedown, I don't put it past them to do something like that. That would suck, I would think, in an election year for something like that to happen, and I can't see how the prevailing party would benefit from that. So it would be in their best interest to keep something from that from happening. So, wow, it gets kind of interesting. Anyway, back to the news. Baby Doge has announced that the Solana Bridge and Baby Doge token on Solana are expected to be released on September 5th. Drift Protocol achieved a $1 billion daily trading volume during a recent market crash. The recent market crash. The community will propose governance DIP2 regarding token utility in August. Athena founder has hinted at a big announcement this week, possibly involving a deployment on Solana. Omni Network has hinted at the release of a new product expected to be a game. Ronin Network was notified by White Hats about a potential exploit on the Ronin Bridge. All user funds are safe, and the bridge will undergo an audit before reopening. Spectral has announced that it will soon release Syntax version 2. The update will include the upgraded incentive and utility mechanisms. NASDAQ and BlackRock's filing to add options on Ethereum ETFs has hit the SEC site. Final SEC decision on this from SEC likely to be around April 9th, 2025. Well, that's very, very interesting. According to Peter L. Brandt, the current post-halving correction resembles the 2025 to 2017 cycle, with previous cycles indicating a new bull cycle high may still be weeks away. That's ballsy. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Note to self, I like his note to self, the current market is reacting sensitively to the release of U.S. economic data. And while various news outlets report on the possibility of an Iran-Israel war, retail sentiment seems to lean towards an "it probably won't happen" attitude. Therefore, it may be wise to avoid taking risky leverage positions. Need to give him a bigger like and give him a big old repost right there. And I should just go tell him. Leave a little nice little note there. I hadn't thought about doing that before. Anyway, that's what we got for the news, and that's what's going on. He does have one other post up here. I just want to throw it up. He's got this cool little chart, a crypto calendar. Might want to take a look at that. Let me get back to the regular screen here. One can see it just a little bit better. Thanks for hanging out while I did the news. Get back to the road, dog. Strega, you're in my way, man. What's up? I forgot to turn Strega off. That means I had to turn Strega on, and I don't even want to go that. Where are you, man? I lost Strega. Strega, are you in the building? Strega? I gotta turn the button off. Turn the button on? Turn the button off. Ah, that wasn't so hard. So here we are, August 6th, and we got Filecoin Waffle upgrade happened today. CFX version 2.0 hard fork. F version 1.1 update. CBK new app. CoinLift that has an INSO auction tomorrow. It looks like that Thursday BNB Greenfield Mongolian hard fork will occur on BNB chain. eGold has Exchange version 3 coming out. Token Dash Floki Simon's Cat meme coin launch. And it's International Cat Day. And on Friday, INJ Altaris mainnet upgrade. That's what's going on this week and on the crypto calendar. Courtesy of Layer GG. All right, so do we have any more bullish things to go over? I'm still looking for something like this. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope Peter Brandt is right. Maybe we can go to a chart with I don't have a big old line that's just crossing us and being resistance. But I need to go check out oh, he changed his name. He was Blue the Bear. And now I think he's something Bitbox, Black Box or something trading, something like that. But he's big on Wyckoff, and that's his main trading strategy. And sometimes I like to hear his interpretations on the markets and stuff. This was the spring that we were looking for, so I haven't seen what he's had to say since we got a bigger one, and how that affects the Wyckoff theory. So it could be. It would make a great spring. I'm cool to call it a spring. I'm for that. Spring means that's the bottom, and we go up for Wyckoff. So I'll argue that. I'll back that theory. I'll say heck to the yes. Now this chart I threw up the. Or what is this called? The range, blah, 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 blah. What are you again? That little rangy thingy indicator. Fixed range volume profile. That's a little different from this other little VP guy, but I guess we can turn him on too. Are you on there? I turned you on, right? Volume profile. You look different now. Maybe you work different with this. Anyway, this is kind of an interesting concept. Now, the value area low, that's this blue bar right here, sitting at 59.9, around our $60,000 area. Normally, when you break outside of this range, and this is great for range trading, and if we are still in a range, it suggests we'll be coming back up to there. And normally when you're in a range and you come back into it, well, then you carry on to going toward the top of the range. Did a pretty good job all the other times, touching the tops and everything. This last time it didn't, before we rolled over and had our big scare of our life. And a lot of us have battle scars from that.
Boss ass bitch.
But coming up to there, that could be a rollover point, or we could just be breaking up. And if we come back into it, then you got the point of control with this red line here, and that's coming in at 67. I'm cool with 67. If we get about 65,000, especially about 65.5, that would be a bullish sign. That's bullish. That's a sign that I would want to see. That would alleviate my nervousness in the market. I'm still going to de-risk, by the way, because I'm never going to go through this again. But that would be that would be great. I would have a lot. I would feel more positive about this market that maybe we could go to that $80,000 target. Yes, or just hit 70 again and bounce around. I don't care. But if this is a Wyckoff spring, if that's what we're looking at here, where are you, Wyckoff? There you are, Wyckoff. You can see a little bit better. It's more of a channel. But if this is a Wyckoff spring, and it could be with the 360 moving average there, I'm going to give a thumbs up for that and throw that in. We come back up and recover this 200 moving average. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with the 50 that's been all, If price goes bullish, like the next day or two, we get like a real strong move just out of nowhere. It can make this 50 just glance off of that. That would be amazing. So we would have to start seeing price start coming back up here, though. So we still got a days in the week, and the narrative, we were talking about a narrative earlier. One of the narratives out there, and I can see, and it shows on the chart. That's why I'm paying attention to other people talking about this narrative. That's not even looking at the Bitcoin chart, but is that the market makers or the manipulators that may be finagling this market would get us really bullish again with a nice move after this, and like, oh yeah, we're okay. And we're starting to see that on YouTube a little bit. There's some bullish sentiment now. We got the bottom end, and get us all bullish, and then start dumping on our butts one more time in rollover. So I just want to keep driving home the possible rollover. I'm not the only one that sees this. I've seen some other people that's got that same idea too. So it's worth taking a look at. But it doesn't mean that it's written in stone to happen. But by gosh, we got to be cautious. Because I'll tell you this, the Ichimoku cloud, that's one of the things I say. She's not being bullish. She's being kind of weird and look like she could flip bearish on us real quick. So that's another thing I'm looking at. A few other things I was looking at was the 3-day chart. Now this is where I've got the MACD, where we had our bearish crossover here below the zero line and all this stuff, right? It's not good, especially when our lines are going to start hanging around down here and get bigger, and you can start to do another wave. Now we've got, is there anything there? It may make a lower low or something like that without idea. It may just flip-flop around. That would be great if we just flip-flop around. I'm all for flip-flopping around. But I did notice no, it's not. It's not there. It's not on the 3-day. I was looking for some divergence there. Our 3-day candle's not really played out, and from our other candles, we don't have it. There is just a wee little bit here on the daily, though. So from the list of candles, a list of candle, and down to that way, and on our RSIs, we're drawing a Fibonacci. Why in the world? It's leaning up, so we've got that nice little bow tie kind of looking. Is that the greater than or the less than? Gosh darn it, I've been out of school so far, I've forgotten. But this is that little, it's over that way somewhere over. Oh yeah, the one up. Lucy, you're still in the chart, man. Double girl, get off of there. This one right here, the bullish divergence. That can signal a reversal. It can signal if nothing else, a local bottom for this area. But usually I look for reversals. So we got that idea too, and if nothing else, it's giving us a bounce here. So we close that candle up there. It's like, hey, thanks for closing that candle up there. That's awesome. And that's my take on Bitcoin, man. I'm just saying be cautious. And if she gets bullish and we start heading back up here to 67, yes. So if you're leverage player, be careful. If you're spot trading, man, and you got the capital to throw out there, you got that dry powder. Well, you've been having a ball. Nothing wrong with a nibbling. Just know that you might want to keep some dry powder in case we get some even bigger nibbles. And I think on that note, I just want to take a quick look at Total 3 over here. And I would want to point this out. This will make us happy. Here's our daily dose of hopium. Breathe it in deep. Namaste. This makes me feel better. I like this. I like this chart. Or I like this indicator right now because we got a big old green dot here on this wave thing. It's starting to turn around and go the upside. That's cool. We need that. What we don't need is this red light and then turn to a green light, played red light, green light over here. I'd like to see a nice curvaceous, big, nice move up. And the stochastics are right here. They flip from the bottom and they're headed up. So on the daily, that's good. Look, money flow is starting to head up. It's leveling up. And right here, we're our dot confirmed. We got what they're calling VWAP. It flipped over. So the daily is giving us buy signals and bullish sentiment. So we got that on our side. So for the short term, I mean, the bullish signs are looking good more than the bearish ones, but we do have that bearish area around 60,000 to 63, 60 to 62 if we're lucky. That could come into play. So on Bitcoin that I'm talking about. This is on Total 3, and it's Total 3 is. Did we get that on Bitcoin? We have not got our daily dot on Bitcoin yet, but it does look like it's coming. It's doing the same setups here. We just haven't got it. Total 3 has already given us the green line on this is altcoins. So it looks like altcoins are going to come up. So let's see what kind of shape we're looking at on altcoins. Now altcoins also looks a lot like the Bitcoin chart, didn't it? Found the support here on the 360 again. We've already had our bearish cross there. So maybe we can start leveling it out. Now, this is going to be interesting. This is the 100 moving average, this white line crossing the 200. And if you've been watching my show for a while, you know that I've got this saying that when that happens, a lot of times you can see a price run up in that direction. Now, overall, it's bearish. In the macro sense, it's bearish, but about 2 out of 3 times when this happens, we see price start running up, and sometimes it even goes up to that 100 moving average, wherever it may be, just to give it a little kiss before she starts dumping on her acid. Ashtrays, dumping our ashtrays. That's what I said, right? What did I say? So it looks like we might get a nice relief rally, if nothing else, out of altcoins, and man, that would be welcome. That would help me out greatly too. Would help us all out greatly. All right, so I'm through with my spiel. I think I've got everything. We'll come back to the chat, and then we'll get on to look at labs and then some other altcoins. Mr. Mouse says, "Why can't you just hold us and tell us it'll be okay? We're still on course to the moon." The big picture is still, I mean, this is a bull market. We're going to go. It's just there's some forces that be trying to flush us out, and they're doing a pretty dang good job of it. And they're playing nasty and playing for keeps, and it's scary. We got BlackRock in this game, and they're all about that Bitcoin. Clearly all about that Bitcoin, and they play dirty. The rumors has it they play dirty. And they own all the market makers out there. So there you go. Or not all of them, but they own, you know, they're tied in with a lot of them. So their fingers are all in this pie, and I don't know. But overall, yeah, and BlackRock wants it to go good too, but they're going to maximize it as much as, or whoever's buying it, they're going to maximize it. I'm not going to point fingers on just purely at BlackRock. Or put the tinfoil hat on. But yeah, I mean, we will make a comeback and everything. But the question is, for the next 4 to 6 weeks, when we're in this shaky period, how much are they going to be able to get away with, and how much can we, stand through it? So that's why I'm very much in favor of de-risking my leverage plays right now. That's my game plan right now. Let's see what else we got. Is this the right one? Yeah, okay. Do you want the bottom in or to be the bottom? I might be looking at the MexC code on screen. I need to back up. Let's see what you guys been talking about. Mr. Miles says that lemon is going to your brain. Road Dog won't read half of this. Touche. No, not touche. I am reading. I'm reading most of it. He's like one of those wind-up toys. Once he's wound up, there is no stopping it until he gets it out of his system. That is very true, Mr. Miles. Whoa, too much blue on the news screen. Blue jacket, blue shirt, blue backpack. Yeah, I didn't plan the header for that. Look, it's a floating thing and a floating head and floating hands. Hot cross, please. Hot cross is actually a token. I haven't seen that one in a while. Look at the boomer. Oh man, I'm way back here, aren't I? Hunt and peck style. Actually, I do type pretty well. I just stutter sometimes. Lucy ain't going nowhere tonight. I'm way behind, aren't I? 11:14 here. Oh, I'm 4 minutes behind. Thanks, Joe. That was clever. So, dang it, checking the chat again. I lost. Get it together. Y'all are taking bets on when I'll come back to the chat. Oh, man. I wish I could put it up on the screen that I see so that I can see the chat as it's rolling out. I don't have a way to do that. That would be cool. All right, let's start taking a look at some altcoins. I still want to look at Bitcoin or total. Some of these charts on the smaller time frame. They all look just like Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. You're on the 4 hour above the 9, trying to get above the 21. This is what I like a cloud to look like. This looks good on the 4 hour. Why can't you look like this on the daily? It don't even look like it has a chance to look like this on the daily. That's or the bigger time frames. It doesn't. That's what's so weird. Shorter term, it does though. That's good. That's a promising. Doesn't mean anything until we get on the other side of it though. It's pointing at what is this level? She's pointing at 59.5 as a questionable area. Might have some resistance there. All right, let's go into labs. If you got any requests for altcoins, throw them in the chat. And take a look and see what's popping on them. Maybe take a look at Tokenmetrics too. I like this song. Let's get back to crypto and go to the... Oh, I'm confused. Oh, that's because I got CoinEx. Labs group, here we go, the coin. Oh, nice come up. Oh, okay, cool. So we got this area that she's going to test right there. What is this? Is this a fib or is that a trend line? I gotta zoom out. That is just a... I don't know what that is. Let me zoom out more. It had numbers on it, like a fib, but yet it is not a fib. It is a fib! Back that up, baby. Oh, that's the big fib. I got you. Ooh, did you go to a new bottom? Bless your little heart. We're going to get us a new one. Not a new heart, a new fib. I was fibbing about the heart. All right, here we go. Now we got something we can work with. Oh, beautiful. It lines up. So just how I kind of see when I pull my fib to this possible bottom that we got, it's lining up nice, so we can cross our fingers that this might be the actual bottom. It is a little lower than our last bottom, and that's a little scary for labs. But she's right now where she's at. Looks like she wants to make peace with that little area and overcome it. Non-moving averages right there. Looks like she's trying to do it. And that looks a little shaky. I'm not too sure about this right here, the Ichimoku cloud. Also, I'm on the daily too, and I'm not too sure about the stochastics being so high up, although they can stay up there for a little while as we move up. Money flow is starting to come in, and okay, it's got some good signs. There's some good signs here. Okay. The stochastics are the first thing I noticed because sometimes they just flip-flop and come down, but they can also stay up here for a while that price just keeps on tanking. Not tanking, but keeps on rocket ship up or whatever it's going to do, keep going up. And the stochastics just kind of flatten out. So that's hopefully what we're going to see here. The other ones are looking good, and total 3 is also coming up, so that's representative of it. I kind of like that idea. All right, looks like labs might make a little bit of a recovery. Now, thwart at me, since it has been since July 24th since she had this area over here, and this is a fib area. This is one of those main areas that we gotta try to get to, which makes it a great target. 236 Fibonacci through here would be accumulation, and anywhere above that would be a lot nicer. But going from the highs from April down to here, that would be the first major target hurdle we got to get across. So you could either take profits there, because she might roll over and do some stuff. I would be looking at the cloud and seeing what the cloud looks like when we start coming up that way. Or she may just, overcome it and then start coming up to this area, which we'll start finding some resistance around 0.0005. The main targets and that's where the 200 moving average is. I would not doubt she could make it up here to talk to Lucy. And that's at 0.006, so 0.006, 0.0005, and 3. Some pretty good targets there. And from where we are now, if they make it up there, that's, oh wow. Dude, that's 82%, that's rocking. Shoot, even if you don't even make it up there. I mean, if you are open in a position here and trying to take a trade, just fibbing out the high to the low there. Here's the same situation. 236 Fibonacci, accumulation area below it for this move. For the ratio for this move, this is how we break it down. Get past that, we're out of that, we're ready to rock it up and try to get that 618. We're always aiming for the 618, especially in crypto. Stock market's a little different. Sometimes it's the 0.5 over there a lot. It's weird, but it does a 618 sometimes, but they like this 0.5 a lot, I've found. So that's at 0.003. So you can just go up in 3, 4, 5 on 0.00 and get some good take profit points on this one. Break it down, make it really easy. But coming up to that 3 area, that's 44%. That's not bad. And the next area I would look for would be 0.00034. So we're about 3.5 right there in that area. That's 68%. But that main line, man, that's 80% back up here just to recover back up to try to make a high, just to come back and test this last high before it dumped. That's almost 100% from where we are right now. So that's kind of cool. I got some of this, but I'm down. I think I've had it from way over here, so well, that's not going to help me much on that. I'm not playing it on leverage or anything. I've just got it slapped on the wallet like all my coins should be, really. Little thing. All right, let's check out Hot Cross. Haven't looked at this one in a while. Who's got this now? KuCoin. Man, I miss KuCoin sometimes. They always had some of the coins you don't find everywhere else. CoinEx does a pretty good job, but I got used to KuCoin. I have got a bunch of old crap over here that I don't even know what it is. Wow, little circles and things that didn't. Wow, I'm looking at this a long time ago. All right, so let's clear this out and see what we got. Right off, I got my bigger moving averages out, and there's the devil in the details right there. Why that is? Why'd that be that way? And we below the devil. Oh man, that looks brutal right here. That cloud looks brutal. Yet, the good old market cipher indicator is a quick look to see that she's getting ready to turn around, or has a possibility of getting ready to put a red dot here. Stochastics at the bottom. Things are starting to point up. Money flow has not yet rolled over to start pointing up, but she's definitely at a deep level to where I can see that happening. Especially the VWAP is already starting to do it. That's going to print a green dot here soon on the daily. So I expect us to find a bounce here at Lucy. I would hope that we would get some kind of reaction out of that. There is, at least from this candle to the candle that we have closed, we've not actually closed this. We got 20 hours to see what this candle is going to do. But if this one signifies the bottom and this turns out to be some kind of wick and whatever, there is some possible bullish divergence there, as our RSI is doing just the opposite. It's headed up. Not convinced that we've, this could change. We may not have found that bottom yet, so it's a little preemptive, little early to call that right now. The smaller time frames may give us a hint. Okay. It's not horrible. Could look promising, so trying to regain the 9 on the 4 hour, and here's a big thick cloud over here. Those are two good signs to look for together. Just my little 2 cents in, I'd look for it all the time. That gives me a big old clue. Tells me we got a chance when I get a big thick, a nice little possible turnaround and a big thick Ichimoku cloud hanging there. Just, hey, I like it. It's got a chance. 4 hour doesn't share that same sentiment though, so if we can't hold this 9 moving average, we're not looking happy. The 1 hour just don't know what to think, but she's in here touching the cloud, and there's a little bit of sliver in green. When I'm touching the cloud, when price is touching cloud, I'm looking for that little bitty. You probably can't even see it, or maybe you can. I like that. So we hope we could. We're not above the 9 moving average. So we got to regain that, and if we can, we can bounce around in here and it can spit us out on the other side and we start riding above a green cloud. That's the scenario that we want to see, that the 1 hour wants to try to do. The 4 hour just hasn't made up his mind yet, but there's some hope. So what about targets? Is this a bottom? There's a lots of they got some wicks. Honestly, I would be looking to test this. I would look for a wick to come up to test Lucy and the 800 moving average. That's at 1.2 cents. If you want to fib it out and get some targets, the high to the possible, whether it's the low we got right there. Also suggest going up here around Lucy's line about the 618. So boom, I like it. I would hit all these. I would put orders at all these fibs if I were trying to trade this and take advantage of this. I'd put take profit there at every fib because it's a good strategy. That's actually what I'm doing on a lot of my position as I'm de-risking in my altcoins, margin altcoins. I'm doing just this exact same thing. All right, so let's see if we've got any new coins to look at over here. Grimmer says I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it BIS? B-I-I-S. That one usually looks pretty rough. Let's see how this drop has affected it. Would it be funny if it hadn't done anything to it? Wow, that didn't do anything to it. Really? Well, yeah, a little bit. You dropped maybe we just don't see it. There it is. How much did it drop? Okay, that's substantial. It just looks small. Yeah, that's 20. That's a third. That's almost 28% drop there. That's never good to experience. You just watch $100 go down to $75 with that move. Yeah, well, that little move. But it's better than having $100 here. How much would that go down? And then you would only have about $58. That's a good way to think about these moves. So it looks like we got a trend line area. May have found a bounce, trying to regain the 9. Looks like she might spike up to these areas. What is this? 0.0034. 0.004 looks like a good area where you could definitely take profits and just, I don't know, range out, buy it, sell it up through here, or I think they're like rewards or something like that. So there's like a steady supply of them, and it looks like, you know, people like to take profit around 0.004 a lot of times. I still got 0.005 as, you know, one of the more major areas that we still got to get across there. See if we can get something new here. We just did that. Right? 0.0037. That looks juicy. I like that. And of course the 0.004 just looks great. All right. She's kind of still doing the same thing she's been doing. Nothing drastic. She's got some nice little reverse rounding shapes, reverse scallops going on here. That's I'm not taking that as a bad sign, but it does show some weakness. That's how it gets tired. It's like, I don't have enough strength to go, so I don't have enough strength to go. So she might, I don't have enough strength to go, and maybe we can bounce. I have to keep an eye on it. We're still below. All the moving averages are still flip-flopped to the wrong way, but there's a chance with the trend line and everything that's been holding up for a while that we maybe at some point we need to, you know, we'll start to recover it. So it's going to be it's going to take patience on this one. Mr. Miles to the super chatters. Road Dog isn't ignoring you. He's just not paying attention. The super chat. Where's the super chat? Oh, there he is. Holy crap. Crypto is this time? I gotta be on top of this. I've lurked and watched you for a while now. Super underrated. Keep up the work. If you don't mind checking Aave for long, I'm seeing higher highs and higher lows, possibly push to 112, depending on Bitcoin. Appreciate that. And also got Archbit. Hello, Degens. Let's make some magic internet money. Trade safe. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. I didn't notice that. Thank you, Mr. Miles, for pointing that out. I do get lost. I put up there the super chats first. I did not see. Okay, let's see what we got. Aave. I've been working on Aave. Actually, I'll show you the one that I've got on. Where are you? CoinEx. For long, right? Because I think what I did earlier would probably apply. I was out here figuring this one out earlier. I just made a mess. I just got it. This is nothing but a big fat mess. I've pulled all my fibs at the same time. All right. Aave has been actually doing pretty good. I was really impressed with this recovery. I mean, she got down to what, $76, right? Woo, baby. I snagged me up some more. That's what I was doing with that. I was able to move some over and take advantage of that in the spot margin. So yeah, I'm counting on this one too. Let's see. We've got to establish a little trend lines, candle bodies to shouldn't be touching that wick and that body right there. Yeah, nice. I like that. She's on the daily. She's recovered the 200 moving average. So we looked at total 3, and total 3 is definitely getting a boost. And Aave looks like it's going to do something. That looks like a little rocket ship fire coming out of this candle right there. I like that. That's a nice strong pushback, buying back the Aave back up to $92 when she dropped down there. Well, that was amazing. I wish all the altcoins were Rebound as well as this one had. All right, so I've got to zoom out to the weekly here just to kind of get my bearings on Aave. just how I do things. Because she looks like she's making a big old Bart Simpson's butt crack. And she might actually be coming down here at some point over the next few weeks. I don't know. But with this little formation we got here going on, that was one of the first things I'll be looking for on the bigger time frames. However, right now she's doing a-okay. She's above the 9 moving average, and my rule is if the price is above the 9 moving average, I ain't got nothing bad to say about it until I see something different. She's testing the 21. This is on the week too. That's great on the week. And doesn't matter what time frame we're on here if we want to fib it out. She kind of spells it out. It's saying this would be the place to look, 121. That's what I'm looking at. And from there, of course, the 618, that's going to be a lot of people trying to take some profits there. If you look to the left, that was where a lot of people were taking profits before. So it's going to be another good time again. And that would be the main one, but I'd also keep the 786 in line because that would, she gets a little antsy and just wants to keep on going. 135 to make that new higher high we got there. Yep. That's what we've been looking at right there. Let's change this. Make these charts nice and pretty. Road dog with pretty charts. That just don't happen. And if you're looking for the shortest term, I mean, that 111. So they're coming up. Now this is from the big move from the big high to this low. And I think it fits very well. We can also do it from this high to low. And if you're looking, well, before I do that, let me do a little fib magic. Yeah, that 786 target's gonna be a good one. All right, so I'm going to give you some really? That's too soon, road dog. Don't do it. I gotta do it though because it's on there. If I'm looking at just the charts and what I'm seeing with this move and then how it came back down here and where it could possibly go to, it's these two guys right here. So these are the hopium targets for your long and my long. And I don't have anything set up there. I don't anticipate this happening tomorrow or next week, but this is what could be in play. And these are usually the ones where we come back in, a few weeks and then nailed it. These are the nailed it targets, okay? I don't know that she will go there soon, but based on what we've got here, fib-wise, it's saying that it's on the table. If the market agrees with 164, yes, please. All right, and this is on the weekly. Keep that in mind too. So I don't know if you're going for a short long or a bigger long play, but for a shorter play. Yeah, the 111, 121, like really good. All right, so we got that. Let me a little bit more fib magic. Okay. Didn't we just do this? Yeah, we did. Okay. But what about this one? Okay. So if I'm looking at this for the short term, let me just make sure we got some something a little bit more relevant to this movie right here. Ooh, you gave me an 886. Yo. You went steep on me, dog. Yeah, you're definitely wanting to, on this one, this little leg here that we just had, you want to be looking at the 618 right here. Let me mark this. That's at 10. Oh, crap, we're already past it. Screw that idea then. I got ahead of myself. And then let's got the 786. So we've already went past the 61. We already went past the 618. That's coolio. And this was the local one right here, right? I would make that a dash line. So like if you're just looking for something really, really short term, where'd you go, dash line? Do I need to move you over here? 108.97. Can I move you over without? Oh, that's perfect. 108.97 is what I got. I would not count it to the penny. There we go. So that might be a rollover point for this move here. Might come back and then retest. All right, so if that happens, I'll be looking back at the 200 moving average areas right through there, about 97 for a possible retest. But short-term play looks like it can go 108, but I wouldn't put it past it. This one's been strong. She's rounding over a little bit, so that's another reason why this one might come to play. Look to the left. It is actually a support resistance flip for this little, or not a flip, but it was it's a support resistance flip. It was support and then resistance here, so Fibs kind of nail that stuff. They just have a way of nailing that stuff, or I don't have to go high. It just shows it up and I just go. It's just a quick way of doing it. So I see that possibility, but 111, some of these other targets look kind of good too if she's going to actually make a higher high. And she made a higher low from this low over here, so she needs to start looking to get up to 117. That's why I got that one. The 121 is, I think that's a good one. So 618 fib from a bigger move, so should attract it up there. Following our trend lines here, this points right the way to all these bigger targets, even that 135 that we talked about. So that's my take. Is that a candle body? That's a Secu trend line. Not impressive at all. So we got that, and there's our body with the wick there, so. And if at worse. So it looks pretty good to me. It looks pretty good. Looks like it could go up at least $4 more, maybe 111. That looks cool. And what else did we have? We had the, there was not. Let's make some magic internet money. Safe trade. Or trade safe. There is a magic internet money coin. I don't think he was requesting a coin though, right? Or maybe he was. There used to be. I don't know if there is or not now. Just had to double check. Appreciate the super chat though. Did they pop up when I... Oh, they didn't even show up on the thing. We gotta make them show up. Where are you, chat? There we go. Archbit. I thought it was showing up on the screen. It didn't. Archbit gave a super chat. Says, I lost it because I'm a boomer. Says, hello, Degens. Let's make some magic internet money. Trade safe. I appreciate that. I'll give it a like, give a little heart. What else can you do with this? And here it is, Crypto Degens, $10. Appreciate that, my man. I've lurked and watched you for a bit now. Super underrated. Keep up the good work. If you don't mind checking out, hey, yeah, we got that, and I think she looks good. I'm in it, and I'm happy with it. Going through the chat here. This is what a TA channel with ADHD looks like. Well, yep, I am guilty of that. I got that. I didn't find out till I was 30 years old. Road Dogg, pay attention to the chat. Get a second monitor. I got a second monitor, but it's got everything else on it too. Maybe we should go start a GoFundMe to get him a second monitor. Crypto Degens just upgraded to a 34-inch curved OLED. That's cool. Road Dogg, any wisdom to share on NFTs if you are into that or degen coins? NFTs have never worked for me. The only one that has was the ones that were airdropped, like the Rune NFT that I got. That was bitchin'. And a couple of those, but any ones that I bought have never worked for me. They're all worth nothing now. So I think the idea of NFTs are good. I mean, we just did the whole JPEG thing on it, but there is utility. Well, I take it back. There is another one that I have, and I appreciate that. Love the vibes on your streams, Road Dogg. Keep them coming. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's kind of cool because YouTube just pays me 15 cents an hour. So, but I've got an NFT that I use to log into Tokenmetrics, and that's a good use for it. I had thought that if I'd ever wanted to start like a paid, a paywall or something, like a paid group or something like that, if I ever did, I mean, I know the subscription based way is just the best way just to get all that money out of somebody's pocket. I'm just not big on subscriptions. I like the thought of NFTs as an idea to get like to a trading group or something like that, and or as a paywall for something, and that's a really cool. Then if you decide, hey man, like if I decide I want to sell my Tokenmetrics NFT for access to everything what they got here, yeah, I can just sell it, and it's got a value to it, and other people would, the value of it is as good as the service provided. That's the cool thing about an NFT, I think. And then, it could be probably like if Tokenmetrics, the subscription goes up, or, the NFTs have some more value or something, they can go up in some value. Or if it was behind a paywall for a group or something like that. Especially if there's no subscription fees attached to a group, and then the group could be just whatever value. It could go up crazy amounts, or it could just drop down and nobody cares. I don't know. I like NFTs for utility. What's happening over here on the Tokenmetrics? This is what's hot for the traders. All these seem to be bullish for upward momentum, but fast token, Ghetto, Angola, overnight something. That's looks like a stable coin, dude. I don't know what that is. There's this coin called Y though, and Tokenmetrics is, I don't know, that's the only place I ever see it's over here on Tokenmetrics. It's got a strong trader buy. I don't know anything about this thing. What's so special about you? Market cap's 107 million, circulating supply is 420 quadrillion. That's too much. Total supply, max supply, so I guess it's all out there. Maybe that's it. Y is a bipolar elephant rampage after FOMO, in the dream, dancing and happy all the time in real life BNB. I'm guessing it's a meme that's at 0.0025. I know nothing about that, but Tokenmetrics keeps popping it up all the time. I'm curious to see what it looked. Well, this is the chart right here. How was it affected? July 25th, July 30th, August, and the dump didn't affect you? Why? Why no dumpy affect you? Why? Let's get back to the chat. Mr. Mouse says there'll be feet NFTs. There should be. Archbid, do I have some? I say I do have some NFTs like that for trade groups, and I agree, those are nice. Oh, cool. That's cool. I don't know how they would do them though. I've never figured out how it would be done. And I know they've got to have some kind of little turnkey system to do that. But I'm not trying to start a paid group or anything, so But if I ever did, that's the way I would want to do it. Goth girls, NFTs, no dog images. What is hiding screen? Oh, thank you. I forget that stuff. Appreciate that, Joe. I feel like such a novice on this stuff sometimes. Take a look at crypto bubbles. Is anything coming up on the week yet? Not quite yet. I was hoping to see some good numbers coming out, but Solana looks like, whoa, 151? Beautiful. Let's take a look at Solana. I'm in that play. I'm trying to figure out, I mean, I guess I'm going to use it as a long-term hold. It has been a long-term hold. I just don't trust it as much as I do some others. All right, so what do we got? This is the 4 hour. Let's go to the daily. Solana. Trying to regain the daily 200 moving average. Do it. In the red cloud with the little green up there. It's got some red there too, so this could be kind of wishy-washy. I'm going by my moving average strategies. Again, all the big ones are up and to the right. They're good. So the momentum is swinging slowly. It's not the most sloped up angle for the big heavy ones. 800, 600, 300, 200, and all those are doing good. And then the ones that are following price action here, the 150, all that, they're being it's the 9 and the 21. That are the real Riley little suckers there, and they just follow price, and we just need to regain that again. So regaining the 9 moving average on any time frame, especially the daily, is good. We're not there yet, but she's a try. Now the 4 hour looked kind of interesting with moving averages. Again, I got the cloud up here. I just keep it up in the background and give me a peace of mind and give me a clue when we might be doing something bullish or bearish. When we're under the cloud, we're bearish, but if we're under a red cloud and we're coming close to it and she starts getting thick, she likes to suck us into it and spit us out on the other side. And I wouldn't mind that happening right now. We're above the 9 moving average on the 4 hour, and as long as we're doing that, we're good. And that's a gorgeous trend line, man. When I'm trading by the book and paying attention and all that good stuff, this is my main strategy, is the old trend line on a big time frame like this. It's got a nice one here, and if it breaks, then I know when I need to definitely have paid myself something. And then if I want to take advantage of all the little moves, I go to a smaller time frame of my choosing, whichever spells out better for me, whatever I want to look for. In this case, I'm going to the 15 minute. And then I'm looking at all these. Look, there's all these other little juicy trend lines that I can work with. And all these big up moves. So I'd probably go to a smaller time frame just to try to finagle these. But you know, you play them the same way. Oh, there's a great place to take profit. And I just do like that. So I would like, you know, we got the major one that we're here that we drew from the 4 hour that was beautiful. And then here on the 15 minute, I would have this trend line. She's already deviated from this one and started to come down and made basically a bottom on a smaller time frame, but we'll follow it right there. And when she loses the trend line or loses that 9 moving average, those are times that I think are good times to pay yourself. And so it looks like this on the 1 hour. Looks like this on the 4 hour, which is beautiful. I would chart this and watch this on the 4 hour. And then, you know, for a long-term play, but every now and then I might want to pay myself just by doing this little strategy on a smaller time frame. And if I was a day trading, I would be all over this. I'd do this when I'm day trading. I'm following this on tiny time frames and doing that, and then tell me when I need to get out. I just try not to day trade too much. Right, let's see. It's like Caspa doesn't even exist here, says Mr. Bells. You know, you're right. We have not. Mr. Miles is craving some Taspa. Hey, appreciate that, Mr. Archbit. Let's go with some Caspa. And Mr. Miles likes to see it against Bitcoin too. Where we at, Caspa? At 16.2? That's cool. I've had to set out some targets. I've been setting out some targets here on this is my chart that I was doing earlier today. It just never feels right unless I'm actually pulling the bib. I guess I gotta always do that. So good old Caspa. I think we already did this. Not on this particular chart though. 786 retracement. Beautiful. By my game plan, by my strategy, well, of course, well, you got the standard 618 for any shorter term targets there, but this one can actually go higher. It has the possibility of meeting these two guys. If this seems to be a mystery to you and you're interested in learning it, all you gotta do is ask questions. I tried to go over it, but eventually you'll start seeing it. I believe anyway. Certain retracements end up with certain targets. And then we come back and sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes we get the benefit saying, I don't know. I used to point to it myself, but right now I got somebody else and I just let them point to it and say, nailed it. There's no guarantees, but I find it works for me. And it took me a long time to figure out how that stuff worked. Before there was just this magic target and I was like, why? I don't understand. What's the relevance? But I learned a little bit more since then, and that I can expect certain things sometimes, more often than not, more probable in some circumstances. This was a 618. So 17.6 might be coming, Mr. Miles. 18.9. I'm still looking at 21 and 23. We keep coming up with those numbers no matter what. Well, because I keep doing the same things probably, just on different charts. We're still looking for 21 and 23. And we did it again on the new chart, CoinEx chart here, and taking in any new information that we got with the drops, whatnot. Yeah, those are some fresh new targets. Right off the griddle. Moving averages, what are you saying? They look good. They're all stacked in order. Looks like we're hanging around just above the 100 moving average now. And man, I like the way they're just all stacked up. The nine can't even bring itself. It's finally starting to cross the 21. So we'll get a little hiccup. That's here at the 618 area is probably where it'll end up at. Might roll over a little bit there, come back. If it does, yeah, we'll wait before we won't jump the gun. All right, so that's Caspa on the dollar. Let's look at Caspa on Bitcoin. And I want to look at what was it, Solana? I think Solana's, and there's another one that look at against Bitcoin. So I guess I have charted this on CoinEx. Okay. So here, yeah, it still looks like we're getting a retest of this trend line area, the channel that we're in, and this trend line here seems to be holding pretty well despite the couple of wicks there. Warn you that wicks are weakening, but we haven't seen it weaken this trend line too bad. But that's usually one thing that I look for when I have a trend line and we start seeing wicks or price get below it a little bit and stuff like that. If it wicks through it, to me, I take that as a sign of weakness. That next time it hits it, it may not hold. It's been holding over Caspa, so we got that going for us. That's cool. We should bounce. I'm looking for a bounce. I don't see why we wouldn't bounce. We had the 100 cross the 200, and it's unrelated. You don't have to look for relations. This was the dump, but still, when it crossed, price came down toward it. I'm just saying, it spells out on the charts that way, regardless of what's going on in the world. Seems like it does about 2 out of 3 times. I think she looks pretty good here on the, for the most part. But since we're not selling Casper for Bitcoin, I don't see a reason to do many targets. I would be looking at 311 Satoshis. We've done this before. We come up to 336 Satoshis. Possibly 327 Satoshis. At least, isn't it ADA against Bitcoin? I can't see that doing good against Bitcoin. Cardano, I was looking at Cardano earlier. I'm just like, I think it's dead. I think it's dead. Against Bitcoin, she might be double bombing, although she made the lower low. I don't know. Cardano, man. I'm looking at my bag of Cardano, and I'm thinking if we do go south, I can't save this one. Unless I want to put something else at risk to pull money and put over that. I don't want to do that. But I've just seen my Cardano bags. It's just, I mean, we're back to the starting point. We're back where I slowly bought some, back in 2022 and 2023. We've made a. I think I did moon bag it, but now my moon bag is down. I guess we got that. It was moon bag, so I can look at it that way. But gosh. Well, big old Bart Simpson butt crack is what it looks like happening to me. Big old double bottom. Wait for it. Now you see it. So, for the bottom feeder, here we are again. With Cardano at 33 cents, dropped down to 27. I'm surprised I didn't get liquidated then. I shouldn't have moved that one over there. And 45 cents is where? Nope. Nope. Man, that's a steep retracement right there. Well, Lucy's hanging around our 236 fib, so I'm guess that we're going to have to consider ourselves lucky to even make it up to 40 cents on Cardano. I don't see her getting past it right now. I'm not quite seeing that happen. The 200 is above though, so that's kind of good. I think I'd count my blessings if we can make it up to 48 cents. That might happen. It might have a chance, but man, she's going to have to fight. She is going to have to fight through this 40 cent range. I'd be amazed if she got past 44, to be honest with you. Come on, Charles. You need to pump your coins, pump those bags or something, man. There's nothing to do on the chain. Can't really do anything. Nobody carries your coins other than Cardano, mostly, right? Man, this one, Cardano, man, she has always been a bore. I mean, back in 2017 and all that. She goes way back. I remember being 4 cents like forever and ever. Seeing her get to $3 was wild. And I'm thinking I was already out by the time she got to $3. So can you do a 10x from here, Cardano? Because feels a lot like way over here when you're 4 cents for so long, so dang long, and then you went to $3. made everybody fall in love with you then, but there's nothing going on your chain now. Just a bunch of promises. I would think that they would have something by now, right? Strago, what is TA? Right there. Beautiful TA. All right, so Solana, we didn't look at Solana against Bitcoin. I'd like to see how you doing against Bitcoin. It's strong, so these are the ones that we should be these are the ones we should be messing with, the ones that actually perform against Bitcoin. Otherwise, we're just spinning our wheels, and I'm tired of spinning my wheels with a lot of these coins. I'm kind of sick of the hype cycles that go through this brand new coin that's going to revolutionize everything, and it's hot for 2 weeks, and then you don't hear about it for about another, maybe another 12 months. So, oh yeah, I remember. I think I have some of that. I mean, what's the deal? Worthless crap for a lot of coins out there. Sad to say, it seems to be just getting worse. At least with memes, you know what you're getting. So I guess that's the big appeal for them, rather than getting a promise that's never lived up to. I guess I can see the attraction for memes from that point of view. Still, I don't see how it trumps something that has value. But then again, some of them that actually have some real, decent value and use case, and they're overlooked. Solana against Bitcoin, man. I think we're headed up to this little area. On this kind of move, did you just do that? Yeah. So how many Satoshis we got here? Oh my gosh, you got the real number. 30,000. 30,000. I can't. 301,000 Satoshis, right? Let's just go with 0.003 Satoshis. To 0.00375 to 0.0041 Satoshi. That's pretty cool. You can build some Bitcoin with Solana. Slowly. So back to the 618's 15% increase, 43% to 0.00375 and 58. If we can get up there, that'd be a lot. That's somewhere around $200 Solana. I like looking at the Bitcoin pairs myself. It reminds me of the old days when that's all we could look at was Bitcoin pairs. Of course, then I didn't know TA though. I just looked at it and did a lot of guessing. AVAX against Bitcoin sucks. I think that's going to be one I'll put on the chopping block. Rune against Bitcoin. Let it all out, Road Dog. Just let it all out. Throw them out there. Throw them under the bus. They deserve it. Rune, you're disappointing me, baby. You really disappointed me, Rune. Not liking it at all. But when you find one, if she gets a breakout, then she can gain if you get in on the right time. But if it's something you've been holding for a while and she's losing against Bitcoin, well, you're just losing against Bitcoin right along with it. She's going to struggle to get to, what is this, 0.000076. She's at 0.000056. 5,600 Satoshis to 8,300 Satoshis. She broke her trend line, retested her trend line bearishly over through here, and boom, boom, boom. All right, well, Rune, you suck. No need to do Polkadot. We can just kind of imagine that one. ETH Bitcoin, there was news about that. It doesn't look like good news. What the hey? This on the daily? You still way down. If you didn't know, there's just been this humongous cup and handle on Bitcoin Ethereum since before I started my channel over 2.5 years ago. Shoot, I was talking about the cup and handle as being a... that really didn't age well. We're still in the old handle. I'm still waiting for the upside. She's at the spot though now. She's finally reached the spot down here. The percentage she needs to come down to 618. 2/3 of the way down on the handle. Ichimoku Cloud's not happy about it though. I don't see the bounce coming just yet. But if you're looking at the when it happens, it should be spectacular. If you read up about the cup and handle, and William J. O'Neill was the guy who came up with it. He was looking at it on the weekly chart, just like we're doing here, for nice rounded bottoms. He's looking for price leading into the cup, and we don't have the whole full thing here. But we look for price leading into the cup to make the lips, and nice rounded shape, and then a flag out. And if she be a cup and handle, that's a long ass handle. And it looked like she should be breaking out sometime, right? But the moving averages have a different story to tell. They sure enough have a different story to tell. That don't look good. It looks like Ethereum. Are you going down against Bitcoin? More? Are you coming like down to like 786? You going to negate this cup and handle idea? But she comes down here, man. This thing negated, and there's no longer a cup and handle. It's going to be a big ass double bottom. And how long will that take to play out? ETH, you should be gaining on stuff, but it doesn't look like it on this chart, man. Let me check out some of these bigger indicators here. What's going on here with the MACD on the weekly? Oh, that don't look good. Here's on the monthly. Look like she's trying to roll over again. Dang it, Ethereum. But you're at a 618. Like we're going to have a lot of chop down through in this area. I would put a target up here, but it would probably, it could take half a year to even come up there for all I know. Look at as long as this stuff's been going on. Ethereum, wow. I'm kind of disappointed with that myself. Hey, welcome to the fan club, man. Did that show up? Yeah, I did. Archbit, glad to have you here, man. Been looking at charts for 7-8 hours now. I got caught. That's why I'm late to the stream tonight. I got caught up trying to figure out. I'm trying to sort through my portfolio and get my strategies all worked out. And I think I already showed it earlier, or what I was doing earlier. Oh, geez. Is this Polkadot? Why are we even looking at Polkadot? Polkadot, man. Back to where we started. Accumulating. This is the reason why I've made a note for myself on this cycle for next cycle. Next cycle, when because I was playing the whale game, the whale strategy. And when Bitcoin was coming all the way down here, well, I was buying Bitcoin, but I was also buying altcoins. Next time around, I'm focusing only on Bitcoin through here, because as we can see, Bitcoin takes off and leaves altcoins, and then altcoins dump all the way back down to where they started. And that just, I'm like, that was opportunity cost for me. And looking back, I can see that was, if I'd played that differently, I would be up a lot more now. So, yeah, I've made that note in my notebook for what I'm going to do differently next cycle. And I mean, Total 3 looks kind of awesome, right? But most of your altcoins that we look at, the ones we're back in the bottom areas already. Not quite here yet on Total 3. Hope this one doesn't do. That would be horrible. It doesn't quite have that same structure though. Not the same. You guys remember AGIX, the hot coin? Got out of this one a while back. I actually did take profits up through here. But I started playing this one back when she was, is this on the dollar? Yeah. When she's back about 5 cents. So that one did good, moving back. And then I rolled it over into FET, which I've not looked at FET in a while. I'm not even sure. Oh crap, do I still have that bag? Where's my FET bag? I haven't looked at that in a minute now that I think about it. Holy crap, FT. She went down to 68 cents. If I had one, I may have lost that sucker. Hopefully I still got a bunch of it staking. I don't think I moved it. I can't remember if I was playing this one or not. FET was up to 350 and now she's down to 88 cents. And at times like this, you can look back and I don't think we should punish ourselves, but we should acknowledge that, hey, maybe we don't take enough profits when we should. I know I got that problem. It's slowly getting better, but I would have thought it would have improved quicker. It's hard to take profits sometimes. Used to, it would be hard to know when to get in a trade. Now I can get in a trade real easy. It's just getting out of it, you know, and taking profits at some of those times. Ignoring the bigger signs on the wall sometimes. But that's what the trend line strategy helps. So FET, are you going to do a falling wedgie and start to become something? Are you going to change the world with the AGI and artificial intelligence? Because man, I'm just telling you, since March, woo. Next year, I may pay more attention to the sell and may walk away strategy too, because our next cycle. That seems to be relevant. Diversification can indeed be your downfall. It's definitely it's a bad habit, and yeah, definitely I've over diversified on a lot of these altcoins. My big golden plan was to put them on smart margin and then gradually just weed them out, roll it over into Bitcoin, and then we had the big market crash, which kind of just was a big, hey, road dog. So that's been fun. I feel like I sound jaded on these streams lately. Archbishop said, I definitely struggle with taking profits, 8% in green and close out in red. It's hard sometimes, it is. Archbishop said, I do expect ETH BTC to go once it's off. It should be doing good, man, but what I saw on the charts there, it makes me wonder about it. I don't how's she holding up dollar-wise? I thought she was... She got hit pretty hard. Ooh, I got lucky on that one. So Ethereum at $2,500 again. Okay, this puts it a little bit back in perspective. I forgot that she was in the upper 3,000s there for a little while. Look at that. That's a level. So what, 28? We got to go back up and touch that. Probably like Bitcoin at 60,000. That might be an area for could be a bearish retest going there. Come up and roll over. Still moving averages. They're good. So that kind of hints that it's coming back up to the 200 should be in play. And that's around 3,000. So the level here, I'm just wondering, see what happens here at 28, and if we can get up there to 3,000, that would be cool. She came down and tapped old Lucy. Lucy got tapped. When Lucy wants to get tapped, she can just rock everybody's world. But not in a good way all the time. I didn't mean to turn that on, man. Why is that on? It says it's not on. There, BRVP. I was looking for you a while back. I hit the wrong one. What is this? I don't even think you're supposed to be there. Oh my goodness. This is Ethereum and we got a point of control coming in at what? $115? What's up with that? What kind of crazy talk is that on the daily? Take this indicator back, it's broken. That can't be right. Well, there's a high value node right here, so we're going to just drop down to $118 again. Here we go. This looks a little bit more relevant. Let's say I haven't used this. Now you flip flop. So this indicator, it goes visual range volume profile, and it's however many candles you expose will make it change around. So it's not always the same. But it suggests that we hit that area. Usually the red line is what you start gravitating to. And as she starts gravitating toward 22. Oh, now you switched on me. See, that's why I don't use this indicator. So now it suggests that we're going back to 34.87 with all these little bitty places here to fight through. It's not going to be fun getting past 28. I think we already saw that somewhere else, didn't we? Yeah, the chart just told us that over here. I'm not a big fan of that indicator all the time. Well, guys, it is 12:23. Started to stream a little bit late, but I think I went too long. If I do the long strings, nobody wants to click on them, but I can't help it. I get in this charts and I keep it going. I'm surprised I can even talk that long. I don't talk at all to anybody. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Be back again tomorrow night. Just trade carefully, be safe. Appreciate the super chats and everything. I think I got everybody's coins that we requested and then looked at a bunch of others. There's not much going on, but the total 3 does look promising for what might be, you know, a relief rally, or maybe it can turn into something bigger. Right now, I'm leaning toward relief rally. Just based on some of the things I'm starting to see happen on the moving averages. They are flipping bearish, which is on a bigger time frame like the daily. That says something. So we're getting a bounce and we can come up these areas, may even come up to our 200 moving average. If you're going by the moving average strategy, that's what I'm looking at. And that's somewhere around $600 to $610 billion. That could be a nice little come up if we can get up that high. But that's when a lot of people may be saying, oh, we're going to the moon. Look, our bag's up. It'll be hard to sell. Another period that may be hard to sell. Because this was one of those other rollovers. So it's trade wisely and just be cautious. It's a mixed bag out there of feelings, and I can understand that. We're getting some mixed signals. I mean, there's some bullish patterns, but there's some bearishness on these moving averages, and then some other things going on. So we just got to be careful and try to safeguard our bag, especially if there's leverage involved. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow night, and I'm even surprised with the daily stream, just depending on what's going on. See you guys then. Transition out.
Come on, come here, boy.
Alexa, play Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
You freaky dog.
Alexa, play Shake It Up Baby, Volume 10.
Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was
Good brown gravy, how's it going, man? One more push up, that's what I'm thinking. That's what it appears to be.
You will start blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets you wish really was part your life.
Good night, John Boy.
With no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for
John Boy. John Boy.
Running for the meds. Show you like my body.
Grandma, I think John Boy's dead. Go check on it.